my friends, what's going on? It's Ultimus. I am unfortunately still sick, but gotta get videos out, right? So, after sleeping for literally 16 hours on Friday, waking up just enough time to eat, run a couple errands, and then get back here, we're getting this video out. So, Fire Mage, Fury Warrior, buddy of mine saw my post via the BNet. I was like looking for arenas, and then he was like down to try it with a mage, and I was like, why the heck not? What have I got to lose? So up against a feral druid marksmanship hunter. Now marksmanship hunters don't necessarily provide the greatest amount of threat, but I've seen what good marksmanship hunters do. So that being said, I'm trying not to go into the fight thinking, oh, easy win. So as you can see, as usual, I wanted to save my charge. So basically I ended up walking up to the hunter there. Now we're sitting on the druid here, trying to put as much damage into them as we can. Hunter's popping some cooldowns. We already got all that, and you can just, the druid is taking so much damage there. Didn't even have a chance to try to fly away between the burst that was coming out from the fire mage and then my cooldowns as well. Really no chance to respond to that, which is really how I like it. Quite nicely. And so even though of course the hunter is able to deter my attacks and things like that, you really can't do anything about the mage's attacks. So one of the nice reasons to play with a caster. Plus mages and fury warriors tend to synergize decently well together. We don't really have any buffs that help each other out, but as far as like being able to bounce off each other's crowd control and all those things like that, it works quite nicely. This time up against a disciplined priest and a combat rogue. Combat rogues are still a little bit scary to me just for the amount of control that they bring to a match. Mage ended up locking both of them out of stealth there with that dragon's breath there, which is quite nice. Gets that early disorient and damage on the priest as well, and we're just wanting to tunnel the priest. Now one thing I gotta say as well, some of the funky playstyle here, it's a mix between the fact that I'm still sick when I'm playing these matches, and I'm getting used to the new mouse, which is definitely a little bit of a challenge, a little bit more than I originally thought. But luckily, it's not impeding my gameplay too much to where I'm not able to still put damage in. But I keep accidentally popping cooldowns when I don't mean to, which makes for some interesting games, that's for sure. That being said, this match, Frost, Death Knight, Survival Hunter. The Survival Hunters definitely bring a lot of more control than any other Hunter specs do, and their damage still is at a decent spot. So this could be a very, very interesting match. Hunter is going to be the kill target, though, and going to be what we're sitting. I started the match out in defensive stance. Obviously, no fear for this particular match because I have Siegebreaker, got knocked back by the Hunter's Trap, was able to charge back in and just cooldowns onto the Hunter. Nothing he could do about it. Didn't even pop deterrence. He just ended up folding over like a leaf. Like it was pretty bad. I feel bad for him, not gonna lie. But it makes for easy points when you're trying to cap 2s for the week. Almost getting a little bit of the 1v1 versus the Death Knight here, but not really because the mage is off casting far away. The Death Knight is messing with me so much to not even worry about the mage, so it ended up being very nice on our end on how we were able to pull that win off. This last match versus a Rep Paladin Fury Warrior. Now, this is a lot of burst. This is a lot of sustained damage just from the Fury Warrior, so between wings and, of course, recklessness with all the rest of the cooldowns going from these two classes, this could equate to one of us being dead very, very quickly. So I'm not wanting to really waste my charge. I'm sitting here playing the pillar game with the paladin while my mage is over there trying to get that sheep opener, which I'm a big fan of. So we're starting off really heavy on the paladin here. The mage, the warrior ended up sitting the full poly from my mage, but ended up giving us a good position. Going crazy on this paladin here. Haven't popped cooldowns yet though, and because I'm a noob, I still haven't even put Shattering Throw back on my bar. Because again, I'm a retard. So now that bubble is out of the way, that we are popping cooldowns. There's that. We're getting in with the stun, heroic leap. There's the Siegebreaker, saving the charge for after Siegebreaker to get back on top of him, which I think is a great mechanic, and ended up getting in there and landing the kill. That was another option or opportunity I should tell you there where I accidentally popped to die by the sword when I didn't mean to. Everything feels wonky right now, I'm not going to lie. But very happy with how that match ended. Those are the situations I like to show and I like to make note of for myself, because so often I can pop Siegebreaker without having charge up, which ends up putting me in a really bad position, because then you have to chase them, catch up with them, or sometimes they can get away, all that kind of stuff. It's just bad news bears. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope my voice wasn't too crackly or too awkward to listen to for these videos. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.